Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Yakuza Kiwami. I'm the Mysterious JG. This is a chemo day, but I feeling it's the last day. I can never remember which series am I talking about this all the time, which series I'm not. This is the day where I got disconnected from the take-home pump. So physically feeling not that great, but mentally feeling really good because it's behind me, right? And I finally decided, you know what? I can only get so ridiculously far ahead on Alchemy Prep and Atelier Riza 2, which Lethal and I will probably start recording in the next month, but probably at my current upload rate won't start showing up until fucking 2025 or 2024. So maybe I could actually get some work done on a game today that is actually going up as I record them. And we have put Pocket Fighter Circuit, Pockety Pocket, the freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy story is behind us now. And I have really been thinking, and I'm a little ahead of what's posted on this game too. So I ask for feedback, people provide it, I appreciate it. It's often after I've sort of kind of quasi decided. But in this case, I really am like Majima everywhere. It only seems like I'm halfway through, but we're at rank double. Like maybe I want to finish the Majima everywhere content. There's like one cinematic, and it's not even voice acted in Japanese between them that I've sneak a peek at the very, very end. If you actually go in and, as the game says, settle the score with Majima. And it seems to me like the final fights you have with Majima are probably tougher than the final boss fights of the story, or at least comparable. And you certainly don't need to max out the dragon stuff to win the game. But I'm not being a completionist. I'm not going to force myself to play Mahjong and stuff. But if you're going to be completionist about anything, Majima everywhere seems like it would be the fun thing. And if it wasn't for me, if it wasn't for the fact that they throw in unique content sporadically, I would grind up the Majima stuff off screen. But that's what stopped me. And like the first time I started playing this game, when I first got it, knowing I would Let's Play it eventually, I was like, oh, like I'll do like I'm doing with Atelier Riza. I'll level up ahead a little bit so the once I'm playing the game on screen, I'll have a little bit of an advantage, and I won't hide it. I'll just let people know, yeah, we're probably a little over leveled, but I'm more about story than action. And the Majima Everywhere content is what made that impossible, because I was like constantly running into little unique things with Majima that would be missed. But yeah, if you guys are willing to indulge me, I'm really thinking of seeing the Majima stuff through to the end, because honestly, beating him in bowling was a big freaking deal, because he's so good in the bowling minigame. The other stuff seems pretty inconsequential, comparatively speaking. Like, you have to use facts to figure out how to trigger these special events. But once you get them, they're tough boss fights where you're allowed to heal. The fights that have given me trouble in this game have been the tournament fights where you're not allowed to heal. And those have only given me but so much trouble. On a normal difficulty setting, where I'm not trying to impress anyone with my incredible gamer skill, I'm just hoping my commentary makes a fun game even more fun. I'm perfectly fine just like spamming healing items to get through these tough fights. And Majima is just a really fun rival. He's one of the, I think it's late in life, he may be my all-time favorite rival to the main hero. Like, Gary Oak is a surprisingly fun rival. And, like, the Master and the Doctor can be quite entertaining. And, I always liked Seymour Guado as a villain who has a very personal kind of rivalry with Titus, in a sense. Although that's just a game I just fucking love in general. But yeah, Majima. And Vegeta and Goku has always been a fun one for me. Bobo and I had a lot of fun with the idea of Goku, like, not recognizing that Vegeta's talking about him when he says Kakarot. But no, Goro Majima he's just awesome. I understand why people wanted to be able to play as him in like future games, and I'm also a little sad that you ever get to, because you do get to play as Majima in, like, I guess the special extra content of one of the other games has a little mini chapter you play as Majima, and he's playable in some like kind of side story games that have multiplayer type of stuff or switching character stuff. But to me, it's like, no, you should never get to play as Majima. Majima should just be this constant weird ass force that exists in the universe and is like beyond your control. But anyway, I'm enjoying the Majima stuff kind of a lot, and I think we will. I don't know. I think we'll seek out a little bit more Majima right now. The problem is that it's a little bit random now because we have to fight specific forms of Majima, and which Majima form shows up is not that easy to control. But then, like, we got to get. I think we've already defeated Idol Goro in town once, so we got to get Idol Goro to show up one more time to get Quick Step Cancel, which is a prerequisite for something that'll be controlled by an email, which I can quickly check on how you get that email thing. But then we got to fight. We got to get to rank double S, which we have. And we got to fight Thug Majima. Then we got to beat him again. Then we get another email. Then it's just reach rank triple S automatically. Well, by doing the email thing. Attack speed during heat mode increases even more. It's just like defeat Majima in town. It's just, I don't know if the proper Majimas for you to fight show up, or if you end up fighting Majimas that you don't need to fight anymore because he has his different forms. Like, we never have to fight Zombie Majima to advance anything again. So if Zombie Majima starts showing up, or like Officer Majima, I don't think helps us, and he showed up last time a Majima showed up. This is you're like we're talking about fighting Majimas like just regular old Majima. I think it's his purest style. There's something called I think there's like his ultimate style is like the Mad Dog. Like Mad Dog Majima is the one where he's fighting using like his knives and shit. And I think that one is the final boss is a cranked up high power Mad Dog Majima. It was like he's finally, because he's, you know, despite how rough some of these fights are, it is apparent that Majima is not going full out when he's been fighting us. He's been really trying to coach us up for whatever mysterious reasons. But other things for us to do include just looking for side quests in general. I don't have a side quest thing open. Let's run around and do something, because right now I'm just like chatting away. What have I got equipped right now? I've got the unwanted confrontations thing, so we should be able to just run around town looking for side quests and not having to worry. And the other thing is I could do... Oh, but we don't really need to. We could finish our quests with the two girls. The singing... Or not singing. I think of them as singing girls now because of the karaoke minigame. We could go for more of those dates and finish the storylines with Rina and Yui, but we don't need the completion points. That's something I intend to do for as a completionist to see those story events, but I don't think we're going to get enough more completion points to buy either of the last two available things. Because we now have 2 CP, and it's 15 to get Infinite Run, which doesn't matter. And 30 to get Golden Pistol, which doesn't matter. So I don't think we're doing anything else with completion points unless they're completion points that I wanted to show on screen anyway. And that's what some of the Majima stuff is, actually. To get full Majima completion, you have to beat each form of Majima more times than you would actually have to beat them in order to... Oh, that's right. We had this story event. Let's do this next. Who are you? Time to unwind at a soapland. This place called Shangri-La. The cost of it was gain. No normal guy could afford it. I'd like to go there just once. The nightlife here is really the best. I hear you, buddy. I hate when you have to, like, split a prostitute with a friend. I'm kidding. Cool. Why did I have to walk all the way through the icon, turn around, and walk into it again? Oh, that's right. We came to see if he was going to get himself killed. There's Kano. Whatever came of his big job must have gone south if he's sitting around here moving. But he's alive. What? Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, boss, remember that promotion I mentioned? Yeah, let me guess. That's not what happened. I just met that Yakuza officer, and the big jock he was telling me about. He wants me to be a fluffer on a porto. Womp, 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 womp. Sorry. Was a hit. Okay, well, you want to be a Yakuza. I didn't know I'd have to kill someone just to prove myself, and I don't want to go to jail either. But now that I know about the job, I can't really refuse it. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, and no matter what, I'm going to end up at the bottom of Tokyo Bay. Well, yeah, and somebody was explaining to me in the comments, I wasn't quite tracking with this, because apparently they hit this a lot harder in later games. But the boss here, Kazuma Kiryu, has apparently never killed anyone in his Yakuza career. He's like an enforcer. He beats people up. But apparently he's never killed anyone. He's like the Batman. He beats people to near death, but technically they don't die, so... You know, it's a big deal if, like, a ghost possessed him and made him shoot Black Manta, like in the cartoon. The Yakuza Kiwami cartoon that I'm referencing. Oh, God. Why does he always think he's going to end up in the bay? I hate to ask, but do you think you could come and talk to the Yakuza boss and get me off the hook? Please, sir, you're my only hope of survival here. Fine, I'll bail you out. How am I going to bail him out? Like, oh yeah, he told me all about your illegal hit, so please don't kill him. Even though I should just let you die. I guess I'd feel bad for a second or two. Take me to this guy. Well, thank you so much, sir. Okay, please follow me. I hope Kano shows up in all future games and is a major player in the main story. That's part of what's fun about the side quests is how random and weird they are, but also the fact that these people, like, there are people who owe Kiryu their lives and never show up again. Like, I really want there to be a little cameo, although I guess it doesn't make sense in your canon if you played through the game and never encounter her, but like in the next Like a Dragon game, I want Ichiban to meet the tour guide that he helped out when her parents came into town. I don't want her to be like a major main plot character, but I want her to show up and like appreciate Ichiban, because Ichiban's the fucking best. I really like Kiryu a lot. And I probably would like him more than Ichiban if I'd play the Yakuza games before I played the Like a Dragon. But Ichiban is just the fucking best, isn't he? I really love Ichiban. This way, sir. You came after all, Kano. Yeah, I guess I did. And you're Kazuma Kiryu. Oh, I guess we're being lured into a trap here. Nani? How do you know my name? The legendary Yakuza really has got soft. Good job, Kano. You're done here. Kano, you want to explain this? No. I'm so sorry, sir. Boss, it was the only option I had left. I'm really, truly sorry that you're gonna get killed now. Figure it out yet. You're the target, Kazuma Kiryu. What the hell? What? Well, I hope we can get out of this just by beating up 3 or 4 guys. Hard to believe you trust this sorry street rat, but you've sealed your fate now. Alright, maybe I can see how Kano doesn't come back. Kazuma might be, it might be perfectly fine and valid for him to cut him off at this point. Sir, please forgive me. Don't think ill of me, boss, as you die. Make your peace and prepare to die. I don't think that's gonna be what happens here, dudes. He's, I've been, doing a lot of Majima. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. I meant to... Well, anyway. I think we've got this one. You're not even worth a motorcycle, but I used one on you anyway. Oh, man, I didn't even get to do a finisher with it. He didn't have enough health left because he ate too many, like... He ate too many area of effect clothesline damages. Girl, you're too damn tough for your own good. How about a single guy how did a single guy take down all of us? And they, like, all do the Shawn Michaels kip up and run away. It wasn't a Shawn Michaels kip up, but boss. Do we get to beat his ass now? Kano, start talking. Well, I wasn't lying when I said it was a big job. And I wasn't lying about the hit either, except the target was you, sir. He's worse than Percy. Percy never actively sought your death, did he? I don't think, what is he, Sir Cucumber? I don't think Sir Cucumber was actively betrayed by Percy, but... I guess they knew that you'd taken me under your wing. They figured that if they used me as bait, master bait, you'd let your guard down and fall into their trap. They said if I refused the job, that they'd throw you into the Tokyo Bay. Yep, how'd you know? That's why I brought you here. Did you have enough sense to ask who they were? Errand boys of the Tojo clan. I didn't ask which family. Of course not. But sir, you're the strongest guy I've ever seen. If it's you who kills me, I can die without regrets. Okay. I'm ready, sir. I only request that you murder me gently. Okay, now. I don't need your life. We'll make it look like a suicide. You will beg for death. Oh, God. I mean, I don't think we're going to kill him no matter what you choose here. But, oh, I'm really curious about this, but it can't be the canon ending for this. I think this is worth going through twice. Because I really didn't do anything with the first half of this video except yak, and that fight was super easy. I think it's worth going through this twice, just so that it will bother me for this to be the canon. I think we need to go with I don't need your life, but I want to at least, maybe we can see all three. Let's see if you will beg for death is amusing enough that will make it look like suicide is worth loading and playing through again for. I'm going to kill you nice and slow. There's going to be a lot of screaming. What? Seriously? You're that angry with me? Well, I can see why. I've broken the Yakuza code. I suppose torture is what I deserve. You can break me as you see fit, sir. I hope my suffering brings you pleasure. Oh, it will. Well, you can see your face right now, you idiot. But boss, I don't have a mirror handy. Wow, then I guess a true Yakuza. That's a really big heart. Sir, I'm going to get out of the Yakuza business for sure. For good. I've been a really stupid kid, haven't I? I just wanted to be a cool guy who could fight with honor and all that. But who am I kidding? I couldn't even live up to being your minion, though that was kind of fun if I'm honest. This is for you, sir. I want you to have it. You get the Masterwork Dagger. It would appear that it made no difference which of those choices I did, so I don't think we'll bother to replay it to see the other two. I won this dagger at an online auction. The seller said it is a completely authentic samurai weapon. But I don't think I'll need it anymore. Probably for the best. Except that those guys still know you're connected with me and will still try to use me against me. Thank you for everything, sir. I'll never forget all you've done for me until the end of my days. Yeah, your day's end today. I wasn't kidding. I'm gonna murder you. I think the kid's finally learned the lesson he needed. To give me a knife. I just stay out of Tokyo Bay, alright? No, a very special episode of Yakuza Kiwami. Alright, 5,000 experience points that we certainly don't need, but... Oh, and it put us right next to the main story, too. We don't have a green icon on the map, do we? No. So... if I had money, I'd go to Shine every day. You got to shine, 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 shine your love. Shine your love on me. You got a quest, or you're just pretending to play golf on the street? Okay. Shine, 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 shine your love on me. I was just checking to see if they had a side quest. I'm not really interested in them talking about a club. Excuse me, I'm very sorry, sir, but this is a members-only establishment requiring our guests to show proof of Shangri-La membership prior to admittance. Without such proof, I must ask you to leave. Okay. Well, yeah, a lot of NPCs are talking about Shangri-La. Is that the next story event? That's probably the next story event. Yeah, okay. That's the next story event. That's why. Kind of not that. Okay, yeah, it makes sense now that I think about it. Oh, why is suddenly every NPC talking about Shangri-La? Because the story requires us to get a membership card. Got it. I'd like to get inside Shangri-La. Just once in my life, I'd like to shine, 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 shine your love. Shine your love. It's a Mystery Science Theater reference. Don't worry about it, folks. Shine, 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 shine your love. Shine, shine, shine your love. It's a funny, hilarious Charlie's Angels ripoff that includes Humor about genital mutilation. But it's male genitals being mutilated, so it's funny. Hey, you. We're the gangbusters. Which is, I guess, like the guardian angels or something. Hmm. You're Yakuza, aren't you? Nani? We're the gangbusters, warrior of justice, who have banded together to wipe the streets of scum like you. Sometimes we wish a great rain would come and wash away all the scum of the city. Gangbusters? Did you get that from some foreign film? Besides, I'm not Yakuza. You see a little, like, circle badge thing? Yeah, right. Kind of pathetic when a Yakuza-looking dude like you tries to weasel out a beating with lies. A beating with lies. I'm not lying. Bullshit! We'll teach you and your kind to fear the name of the gangbusters. Justice is served. Oh, he should be talking like I said justice. Justice is served! Alright, gangbusters. This is gonna be a multi-part quest, I feel like. But this first battle with them shouldn't be too much challenge. Damn it! Damn it! I'm the master and the ruler of the world. Sid. Psycho Sid rather than Sid Justice that time. But what the hell is your problem? Why'd you attack me? We already told you! We're the gangbusters! A crime-fighting squad dedicated to exterminating Yakuza and punks like you. Now I'm slipping into Big Boss Man. You've infected this town long enough. But he was the Guardian Angel too, so... Sid Justice, Guardian Angel, Big Boss Man, either of them work here. And I already told you I'm not Yakuza. Besides, compared to the average street punk, Yakuza are in another league. You're in over your heads. Shut up. We don't care if you're a punk, villain, or Yakuza. If you break the law, you need to be broken. We have strength and numbers on our side. You do not outnumber the Yakuza. Just you wait, your time will come. Better watch your back. And if you're ever down in Georgia, better toe the line. Something, do it hard time. I have no idea what those guys are so fired up. What got those guys fired up? They seem determined to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, this is going to be a multi-parter. They're going to, like those guys who kept claiming you knocked them over. So you had to, like, pay them to because their friend broke an arm, and that happens, like, 5 times. And you're like, guys, what the fuck? How many times do I have to beat the shit out of you? In the case, I might just go back to that same point and see if they spawn again. Or they might just show up now as an icon. Nope. Sometimes the first encounter will not be marked, but then future encounters with them will. So dangerous. Okay, I guess I'm not meant to know what they're talking about. So as this has turned into a completely random video, as often happens in this series. But Majima should be active, so it should just be a matter of running around and eventually he'll pop out and attack. Although I could like open up a thing and get little hints on how to make him show up more quickly. Are you guys still standing around from an earlier main story event? Mr. Kiryu! Kiryu-san! We had separate voices before, now JG doesn't remember them. Oh, Tamuri and Aoki. You two were finally able to meet up. Yes. Yes, sir. He told me pretty much everything. If I wasn't Harry Potter before, I probably should have been, sir. Kiryu-san, this is the thanks you were talking about? I just look kind of generically nerdy. Yeah, I'm happy for you that Tamura is still alive, so you can resume your gay relationship. I'm not judging. Yes, thanks to you, I was able to see Tamura-san again. There will be no shortage of intel together now. I won't have to scour for fresh leads for a long time to come. Just don't get carried away. If you write the wrong article, someone really will end up at the bottom of Tokyo Bay. I can only hope it's my former apprentice. He's right. It's no joke, sir. Ow, my scar is hurting again. Of course, I'll be careful. Thank you so much. You'll be careful. You'll be dead. Well, I guess I'm glad I randomly came across those two. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to get that close to where Majima's spawning to get the Majima sensor to go off, so I'm a little troubled by his lack of appearances. I don't think we got a message saying Majima is disappearing for a while, sir. And the game is nice enough to give you a heads up when Majima random encounters are stopped, because you could waste a lot of time not knowing why they're not coming. And usually it's because you haven't advanced far enough in the main story, or there's a email chain to do to advance the Majima level, but we don't seem to be at that point. Could be that once I hit the next and final level, I will have to advance in the main story, but it seems like I can get to there before needing to pause the Majima hunting activities. Yeah, video's winding down. It might be... I mean, we got a side quest done. This wasn't a completely worthless video, but... Ooh, it might be wise for me to consider... If he doesn't show up real soon, I probably need to just go to a FAQ and break my mother's back. Go to a FAQ and look for hints on how to get specific forms of Majima to spawn. Because they usually are like, if you need a fight to be interrupted or something, then a little help on how to get that fight would be welcome. Yeah, but we've been all over, and we're really not getting any indication that he's out here. Oh, never mind. There's a side quest marked. That's probably Gangbusters Part 2. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I'll look up if there's any hints on how to get Majima to show up at this point. Or everyone's idol and thug Majima. Oh, and I'll read that before next time. But either way, we'll open up next time. Probably by going after this side quest. Catch you guys next time.